Time to check in on basketball season from the college with WNCC men's head coach Roybell Baez. The Cougars off to just a 1-6 start to begin the season. They've played some highly rated teams already, the likes of Snow College and Cowley County. They played just 2 home games and they've got their lone win over EWC.
The season has started off a little goofy for sure. We had a ton of injuries going into it. Kellen Harris just got back. Nehemiah Jean Charles just got back. So we're still trying to find our identity, right? We've played a really hard schedule, and we have no identity really. And the reason for that is because we've had so many guys be out and come back into the lineup that the chemistry is just not there. But that's not an excuse. We've been showing up, working every day, just trying to figure it out and just trying to get ready for conference. When we made the schedule, we knew that it was going to be hard, right? We scheduled the top teams in the country on purpose because at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is conference. We're not in a league that's going to get in that large. So losing these games early doesn't really affect you as much as it would affect a team, let's say in the Jayhawk, right? Or one of those teams in Florida. The thought process was, hey, let's play the best teams in the country and get ready for conference.
That one win the Cougars have wasn't easy as they rallied back in the closing minutes to win over in Torrington over EWC, and Coach saw some good signs of growth in that one.
The way that those guys fought, especially the new guys, right? Because we got a bunch of new faces, a bunch of guys who haven't played in college, right? Like the freshmen that we have are really talented. And they're now realizing that winning at this level is really hard. Most guys show up to JUCO and think that they're just going to show up and be more talented than the next people and then just win. No, because junior college is full of good coaches and good players.
7 games into the season, the leading scorer is a newcomer in his first year with the program, Victor Lukash. He's averaging nearly 18.5 points per game, and it's been a long and winding road for Lukash, who's now flourishing at WNCC.
Yeah, man, he's a unique situation. When he was coming out of GBA in Serbia, he had, I want to say, 8 to 10 Division I offers. And then he had a back injury, really bad back injury, and didn't play for a year. And then Northern Colorado was the only school that, kept their offer. And he decided to go to Northern Colorado, and he was there, and he redshirted. Northern Colorado won a regular season title last year, but they had a bunch of juniors and seniors. So they redshirted him. So when I started recruiting him, Tom's Linus on our team was his teammate in GBA. And he was like, hey, man, our guy Victor's leaving, Northern Colorado. You want to talk to him? I was like, sure. And I looked at the film, and I was like, oh, my God. I was like, he's really good at basketball. So I reached out to him, and you can tell that he was in a dark place, right? You go from not playing the year before you show up to college, and now you're not playing again. He was kind of in a place where he didn't think he was good enough. And I had to explain to him when he came on his visit, like, hey, man, you showed up to a place that had juniors and seniors, and the landscape of college basketball is completely different now. They want older guys. They're going to take a transfer portal guy who's older than you that averaged 2 points a game just because he's been in college. So it has nothing to do with you. It's just you're not old enough. So, he came here, and then he went on a visit to Hutch. And, thankfully he chose to come here. And he's awesome, man. He's a really nice kid. He gets it. I coach him really hard. I say crazy things to him sometimes, and he just responds. And
another member of the men's program that's currently flourishing is first-year assistant coach Trey Winkler. The Gehring grad and former Gehring head coach is a 24/7 basketball grinder.
He's been awesome. The guys love him. I love him. As you can already imagine, he works really, really hard. We had a little confrontation the other day in Arizona, just because he's trying to find his footing, right, as an assistant in college for the first time, and so am I. I'm trying to find my footing as a head coach, right? Like, this is my year too. As much as we want to act like we know everything, we don't, right? And I'm trying to tell him, like, dude, you got ideas, you gotta let me know, right? Like, I got a lot of stuff on my mind, like, just let me know. And he was kind of, he was feeling it a little bit. And, we had a conversation at the hotel, and I've been giving him more stuff to do as far as, like, offense, defense, and he's been a lot more active in practice, and he's been doing a good job, man.
As mentioned, the Cougars have played 5 of their 7 games so far away from Cougar Palace, and that'll continue to be the case this weekend. The Cougars head to Cheyenne to play nationally ranked College of Southern Idaho along with Salt Lake Community College.
As you can tell, 2 junior college powerhouses. CSI is currently 15th in the country. They're really good. They're big. They're smart. They have Division I transfers. Their coach is really good. That Friday is going to be a tough matchup for us. But you know, I'm a little delusional, man, when it comes to basketball. I just feel like, especially at our level, anybody can get beat, right? And if we show up with the right mindset, we play hard and we play together, I feel like we can beat anybody. And I really do feel that way about this team. Now, is it going to be easy? Of course not. Then the next night, we play Salt Lake. They're actually struggling this year. I want to say they're 1-5. I could be wrong, but they're struggling.
We'll have the games this weekend with Chuck Schwartz on KOLT 690 and 101.7. Your next opportunity to get out and watch the Cougars at home will be Monday and Tuesday of next week when they host Miles to begin the week, and then its rival EWC in on Tuesday night. Those will be women's and men's doubleheaders. That is the latest today from right here at the Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.